So I have open Sketch, I have open Cactus, and I have already created a repository for the sake of this demo. So as with any other Git workflow, if you want to clone a repository to your local environment, which is what I'm doing here, and I've already connected my personal account, so I can select that particular repo, choose a local path for it, which I've done, and begin the clone. And from this clone, what is already here is the initial README documentation. I will now create a sketch file, and it's a new file, so I'm doing this within Cactus, which is pretty nice. And so since it's a new one, I can then open the sketch file within Sketch without necessarily going directly to the Sketch application. So now we have the option to open a file in Sketch is what I'll do, and here we are. So because I'm just creating a foundational simple submit button, I'll create my shape, which is gray in the background, so we're going to change the background color to a light green. Add some text, because it is a submit button, we want it to say submit. You can't see me typing it now because it's in white text, so we're going to change the color of the text to a darker green. And then I will overlay my text onto the rectangular shape. We will now save this file. And once I save it and go back to Cactus and click on my Changes tab, it's automatically populated there. And also in my local file directory. So this will be the foundational button in the repo as the master. And again, same workflow as we do in development. This is the area in which I create a commit. And so I'm just adding a summary and then a description of what I'm adding. And once I'm done with my description text, commit it to master, and you'll see it's ready to be pushed to origin, and I can just click this button. It tells me it's working and pushing. And then if we go to my repository and do a refresh, you will see that submit button has been added. And the file is in JSON. Again, because this is more in line with the workflow of Git and GitHub. Okay, so now I can create, we're currently on the master branch. I'm going to create a new branch because that is the purpose of all of this. So if I or another designer or developer needed to make changes to a feature, we would create our own branch first so that we have that master branch file, but now we're able to make changes without disrupting the master. So I'm going to change the background color and see, let's make it a nice turquoise color. And with that, we'll now change the actual text and we'll make that a darker turquoise color. And I'll do a Control or Command S to save it, and now my changes are showing in Cactus. And because this is a new branch, I want to do a commit to that branch. And again, adding summary text and description text. And once I'm done with my description text, again, a simple click of the button. Now I can publish these changes in this branch to GitHub, and it's telling me it's pushing my changes to the origin. Once that is complete, we can see that because I have my repository window open, that it's ready to be compared, and I can submit a pull request. So since I'm the only one working on this, of course I'm gonna create a pull request. I'll review the files changed, and you can see the changes within the JSON file to the RGB. And there's a binary sketch file there, which if I clicked view, and if you look at the URL as I hover over it, it will attempt to open the file in Sketch. And if you have Sketch downloaded as a designer or developer, that would be great. So you can see the actual file versus the JSON. So I have this pull request open, and I'm just going to merge it and confirm my merge. And it shows it's successfully merged and has been closed. If I go back to my repo, we can see that merge has been successful. So I can go back over to my Cactus application and look at the history from the beginning, the initial commit, the foundation of the submit button, which was a green with green text. And again, everything is in a JSON file. And then my last update, which I'm not sure why it's not showing the background changes, but I can open this in Sketch, and the JSON has changed, or it has the ability to show in Sketch. So that's the end of this demo. There will be more to come.